But well, necessarily with African Americans, I can only speak from my point of view. I can't speak for other point of view. Like God, honestly, and what we people need to be over here doing as a group is getting you like 2-3 skills, one verb, or like what is it? One hard skill, one soft skill, and a random skill, and taking yourself and going to the continent and investing whatever you necessary money you can. Going to the country and going to at least a country or kind or one country and actually going there and visit it and learning. You got a second option, and it's good to have a network. People work over here also. If my bad. I'm setting up those for people. I mean, like, everybody kind of trip. It's kind of like a space of origin when you know the first. But if you quote unquote, what's a better option? You get in America. Shit in America. Let's be honest, bro. Like America is basically a plantation country. Bro. The whole country is a plantation, bro. You sit in and build.
It's that American, you're gonna have to have a bag. You better pack a bag and a job. Going over there, you're gonna get some jobs. It ain't happening.
Yeah, no. That's what I said.
If that works, African airports are filled every day with Africans to leave. But you wouldn't anywhere now. Go over there and be Wakandanized. But let me tell you something, brother.
Everything you said, I did not say anything about. So you basically make it up. What I say, an investment is the perfect place. Bro. If you're in that line of work, get a job, come to America. And then you try to make some investments.
But it's just not.
Please let me say this. There is an alternative that I don't think that we are acknowledging. We have the Caribbean closer to the United States. There are a comparable number of majority African nations in the Caribbean. So
True.
if you're African American and you want to live in a majority Black nation and you don't really have the plane ticket money to pay thousands of dollars to go to Africa and back and forth, look at buying real estate in the Caribbean, like the Bahamas, even Puerto Rico. You don't even need a passport if you're African American to buy real estate in Puerto Rico. So there are alternatives to the United States, and it doesn't necessarily have to be Africa. I love Africa, but I know that all African Americans are not going to move to Africa. So why not look at Barbados? Why not look at Trinidad, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, etc.?
Yeah, my mindset is that of a globe mindset. Like that's my mindset from the go. Like when you talk about African Americans and African American men, to be specific, you need to be a globe trotting man. That necessarily needs to be your skill set that you gonna take and market to the world. That's why I said when I got here, every dude should have at least 3 skills, right? I said a soft skill, a hard skill, and a mystery skill, question mark skill. What do you want to call it, right? You need necessarily a soft skill, some level of coding, something that is easily pick with, like you can actually take up and pick with you. A hard skill, machining, I don't know, a plumber, whatever, like hard skills, right? And then whatever mystery skill that you want to do, you want to do be a linguist. I'm sorry, linguist. I'm sorry, is that how you say it? Linguist. linguist. I'm sorry. All right, my bad. I mean, I'm country. So amongst all these other skills, you can necessarily learn these skills about. What? I mean, I was speaking, right, bro? I mean, so I'm about to say this. I'm about to say this much. I'm about to get on and get off out here anyway, right? So I'm basically, yeah, yeah. No, that's okay. It's okay, bro. I'm about to say this last part. I'm gonna let y'all have it anyway. But I'm saying, what you talking about for African American men, what they need to be doing. I mean, the guy who left. But for if you ever get watch the review, right? Basically, if you're an African American man, you need to be learning 3 skills. That necessarily, like I said, hard skill, soft skill. One of the 3 skills that I necessarily learned, I said, take those into your repertoire of skills and go across the world and explore and learn. And that's what really we need to be actually doing. Taking your skills, either going places and actually opening up your horizons, learning to speak different languages, learning necessarily to get necessarily apply to learn, because like even the US don't make most of the money from the world at large. Don't make all this money from here. It may sell its stuff from here, but best believe when it comes to quote unquote getting that money, most of the money the US gets is foreign money, Chinese money, Asian money. I mean African money, basically, right? European money, like the Europe, like the United States is in what goddamn NATO, Africa. They are in South America. They're in everywhere. So the reality is, if we are necessarily to get to a point in life where we want to quote unquote be masters of our own destiny and masters of our own destiny as a group of individuals, as men, but also with the quote unquote as a collective of men, let's say as a race or whatever you want to go about, you need to go about mastering the world and learning about the world. And that actually means exploring the world and actually doing stuff like that. So
Again,
it's just like smaller
how
things.
do you want better? Because the onus again is always on the African American man.
No,
Man should
I'm
learn
saying for us
the
specifically.
3 skills you just kind of put out there. Because in this country we have
Name
a
3.
history. Brother, you talk a lot, you monopolize a lot, and I ain't saying
Go ahead, bro.
but historically in this country we have shown soft skills and hard skills and all these other skills you are talking about in distress. So the onus shouldn't be always on the Black American. He need to do this, he need to do that, this, that, and the third. Just say man or men should have these 3 skills. Again, you always place the onus on the smallest population, the smallest people group. Men should have those same 3 skills. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I'm talking about for my people only. I'm not out here. I'm not under the illusion that like the United States is like my country. Like I understand like this, it's a lease out here, bro. I don't know if you understand it.
Hey, brother, well, let me tell you something. Trips to Africa is cheap right now, so you ain't got to be here.
I mean, yeah, I just came back. Bro, I was out in a whole nother country for like 4 months.
Yeah, but it was round trip. If you believe what you're actually spewing, it would have been one way.
Bro, that's like me saying I went to China to do business. Damn, I went to China to do business. I can't leave China again. You see how stupid you sound?
I hear you, brother. I hear you, but you sound good.
That's like me saying, oh, I wanted to, like, that's like saying, goddamn it, hell, they got a space station in space. I gotta stay in space now.
I hear you, but you sound good, young brother. Keep up the good rhetoric. You sound good.
All right, bro. I'm about to go ahead and just be quiet for a minute. I'm about to go ahead and handle some business. I'll let y'all go.
Yeah, and greetings, everyone, and on the chat and on the viewers. Yeah, I must say I enjoyed the way you guys interacted just now. Even the guy acknowledged that he made a hash of the point against Zulu. But regarding the topic, African Millennium hates African Americans. Oh, isn't that clear? She does hate them. It's very. It's very clear. She's a big hater. It's clear. she's been bad-batting African Americans forever. On the low key, on the low down, you know how they put it.
I ain't gonna say low. I'm gonna say like mid key though, like mid. Like it ain't high. It ain't high yet. Like I'm gonna say mid key, man.
Yeah, she's been at it for a bit. So, but I think it's all mild. This thing. I don't know. I think African millennial sounds like sometimes she's a little bit of a, how do I put it? Ghana supremacist. If you want to call it that. Not exactly.
A little bit, bro. Like, if you say anything bad about Ghana, bro, she got something to say. I was on this panel one time, right? And I kind of just wanted to see what she was gonna say, right? So I mean, boy, she let them folks talk about us like, dog. You say one thing about Ghana, but she be like, hold on, wait a minute. You know, Ghana's making the move right now. Like,
so she's always awful like, Ghana is this, Ghana is that. That's fine. She also talks about Nigeria sometimes in a positive light. Well, however, the way she treats the diaspora is like at arm's length, keeps them at arm's length, not something to be too close to, and making sure that, separate the diaspora from their homeland, which is Ghana, not mix it too much.
Oh yeah, we got a new city apparently. Oh Lord.
So
hold on, wait a minute. Tonight, I gotta do this. What's up, cousin? How you doing? Oh God. Oh God, bro. Actually, my bad. I'm sorry. You mean wait?
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, know what I'm talking about. All right, you gotta be on here, man. When one of them days, like when Mick is on here, I think it's Mick or Mac or Mick, bro. Get up on here, man. Him and your boy, what is it? Judah Network, Judah, bro. Oh boy,
Judah is crazy.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, you ain't seen your boy Judah Empire, bro. Like, but boy, come up here and be like, boy, them Africans ain't never do shit. And I'm sitting here like, bro, every time you like, nah, you gotta see this. You gotta see this, bro. You gotta see this. He will literally come up in here, bro. He will literally come in here and say, like King, you gotta understand. He will literally come in here and say, well, these motherfuckers ain't never built shit. And I'm sitting here like, bro, what? Don't you use a car, bro? Don't you use a light bulbs and telephones and shit? Like, you know how people made most of that shit, right? He's sitting there like, man, fuck them African Americans. I be like, hey, bro, let's like between your boy, bro, when you get up in here, bro. Oh yeah, you get on script then, bro. I know. I'm a little nice. I'm a little bit more ruthless. I fuck everybody. Like I'm not to. I'm definitely more. I'm like a global African, bro. I want to walk. I want to go see. Go to Nigeria and learn some new stuff. Go to Cameroon. God damn it! Like why. See what I'm saying? Like for once in a while, I just poke my head around. What's going on? No. I gotta visit somebody else, bro. Somebody like you know what I'm talking about. But I gotta go visit somebody in Cameroon and see what's up, man. So see his home country and see what all the glory he be talking mad shit about. But other than that, like ain't gonna.
It sounds like he's going through stuff lately, and he wasn't like that. At least I didn't pick up on it that he was like against African Americans so much.
No. He hit us with a Berber, bro. Like a special little Berber of.
But why was he traumatized the US? Because
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think he got over here when he was older. I think he basically got here doing like I'm not gonna say the heyday, but like the fuckery, the essence of America. Like he basically got here like at the worst possible time. Like all right, in the up north, they going through the what's that drug epidemic? What's the name of Floyd something? Not Floyd. What is it? Damn. They got drugs getting pumped in from the north, all over from north, and you got like African American. They got throughout the the 80s. Just got through the crack epidemic had just came and shit. So basically, on the way he at is basically like the one small part of the U.S. that didn't get hit by that shit. So for him, like he think that's heaven over there, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's kind of over there, but you basically got there kind of at that perfect time period. Like you came back like 80 years ago. I'm not saying 80, but like 60 years ago, you seen difference. But like I said, it's funny though. Like it's funny. Like he just got like an overwhelming hate because he'd be like, "Bro, these folks don't like me. They don't talk about me. Some song, I ain't gonna lie to you. These Negroes out here are mean, bro.
He's a real one. I'm not sure that we have so many Africans out there talking against, specifically designed to talk against African Americans. Do they have them?
I think he an agent. I can't put my finger on it, but I he an agent.
But there's African Americans out there like that for black righteousness something and Marty Megan. Man, that they are crazy. Those ones, they are just so anti-African. I don't even understand why they are so anti-African.
Yeah, exactly. For like you got you, but what's that thing? The dude who just left OGJ, like he was like one of them guys. Like he was like, I'm so goddamn American. Fuck them folks. And he like, okay. I mean, hey, bro. I mean, like, I was like, you ain't gonna be, bro. Yo, when they bury your ass, they ain't gonna put no extra stars on your casket, my friend. Like,
it's like nobody's forcing you to do anything. You're just cussing, and they really hate the idea. Yeah.
I'm American. I'm from America, bro. I ain't gonna tell you where I'm from. I'm from America, bro. Okay, well, that's what's up, like, bro. I see what part of the East Coast, though. I'm guessing. I mean, I was asking, man. I mean, you can clearly hear my
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move on in the panel. Yeah.
Oh, the African American hater is back. Okay, it's clear.
Yeah,
we're all in agreement. I think we're all in agreement. She hates African Americans now.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. I'm not. Being pro my people group is not anti-African.
No, I'm calling no fanatic, bro. Like you're more like a fanatic, which is different. Like I respect you.
You don't know me to say that. Hold on, brother. You like talking, hearing yourself talk. My whole thing is, I have attended two of my African friends' weddings, one in Senegal and one in Cameroon. I can't be that goddamn anti-African, buddy. But me being pro, hold on, you talk too much sometimes. Me being pro my people group politically does not make me anti-African. You don't know enough. You just like talking and hearing yourself, brother. Respectfully.
I understand what you're saying, bro. Trust me, I understand your concept, but hey, trust me, my name is FBA, bro. First, so I understand. Like
that means nothing to me.
I ain't gotta mean nothing to you, bro. But like I said, what's this? My name says my grits is not cooked right. How you doing, bro? What's up with that?
Hey, what's up? How you doing, guys?
Hey, how you doing, man? How you doing? You got a new name, upgraded.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How you doing? I'm gonna be short and brief and stuff like that. I never heard AM say anything that's really bad about African Americans and stuff like that.
I'm not. She don't say anything. That's a difference.
Yeah. But only the people I heard AM talk crap about, and and she knows it. I think she has a special hatred for them. But she don't hate the country. But I wouldn't say she hates, but I would say she has a little bit more of a she's a little bit more hostile to that group, and that is the Igbos for some weird reason.
What?
Oh, the Igbos.
Yeah, she goes neck and neck with those Igbos panels. I mean, she loved her Yorubas, but she
because she's partly Yoruba now. That's why.
Don't tell me she gets some here for wood on the sideline or something, bro.
But with the Igbos on here, boy, it's kind of like a war between AM and the Igbo, especially this one Igbo guy, especially that Igbo guy, I think, from Germany or something like that. He always responds to her and said, "You Ghanadian, or Ghana, or that type of thing." It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny hearing those, when her versus the Igbos, go at it. It's interesting.
Okay, but you have not had African millennials say something bad about African Americans.
No.
Have you had her say anything positive about them?
Actually, she has. She actually, especially when I come on here a lot.
Like what?
Oh, basically, whenever I get on, I used to get on the situation with the dude from Cameroon.
Oh yeah, boy. Your boy, man.
You mean he takes
kind of
he takes video for how to draw a line.
She kind of outside, more versus that particular Cameroonian person, or even versus an Igbo person from Nigeria if they talk some mess.
You know what caused a big controversy over the last 5 years? It's a CIA plan that they with a propaganda scam that they use Black America with ADOS and the Hebrew Israelites. I think it's a secret plan by the CIA where they pay these guys to agitate, and it has worked because a lot of Africans hear their rhetoric and don't like it.
But them Israelite guys, is something wrong with them cats, bro. Like them Israelite guys, something wrong with them. Now FBA legit real, but them.
And the Native Americans, I don't understand how all of these groups just came up out of the woodwork over 5 years. It's not possible.
Don't do the Chickasaw Indian, bro.
In regards to the Hebrew, and let me speak for 1 second. In regards to the Hebrew Israelites, they've been around for a long time. In fact, Martin Luther King's mother was murdered in her church by Hebrew Israelites, and Israelites said,
"Yeah, but not the new guys, not the new guys." You see the new. Hold on, you see the new guys. Most of them is not over 30. See me?
You got some of them who are. I'm talking about what because we live in different coasts, Icon Fire. So you know what I mean. So you wouldn't know what's going on here.
Listen. I know that the Hebrew Israelites is from like the 70s. You understand?
Right.
But you see, but
more like the 50s actually. To be perfectly
okay. But what happened is they're not the one that leading Hebrew Israelite. It is a new little thing that's going on, and I know it's finance. Hold on, wait. These Negroes that be out on the street, why you not working? How you ain't hungry? Who feed? Who feed? Hold on. Who is feeding you? Who's making you so strong? Who made you so strong? Do you understand what I'm saying? Who made you so strong? And you're not working. Hey. Genocide. Just let me speak, man, and don't, bro, don't stop playing, man. They are black people. You think they have no business on the side?
Yeah, but like are
No,
you
they
saying
don't.
Israelites are like the Jews of African American? They just that well lit, bro. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say to you. Like, they're not like the Jews. They're not like the Jews, like the Ashkenazi. No, they are black people. They come out of slavery just like all of us who's struggling to find business and find jobs. So what's feeding them? Who's feeding them? And you're not working. Why are you so strong on the street every day? Something, man.
I'm telling you, bro. It's called necessarily recruitment, man. I gotta recruit you Negroes to come in here necessarily, right? And then you gonna pay a tax of $25, right? Then you gotta go out there and recruit another person, right? You gonna give them the Bible. They gonna give me another 20% tax, right? And that's like 30 niggas outside your house, outside the little Waffle House, preaching to you, all asking you for $30. It's simple, bro. It ain't that hard, bro. Like that's why I really look at them camps like they stupid.
So you
stupid.
saying they take donations?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody giving them no money, man.
You be surprised, bro. A dumb motherfucker is born every day.
Yo, they not doing that.
So are you saying that this FBA movement and all the rest they were around 10 years ago?
They were around a lot longer. Like I was telling you before.
No.
Well, like I said,
No, listen.
Wait a minute, Icon. Like I said before, some of them have been around for a very, very long time. Like for example, if you look it up yourself too, Niger, you're very smart in that. Martin Luther King's mother got murdered by a Hebrew Israelite.
No, I'm not disputing Hebrew Israelite. I think I've heard that for a very long time, actually. The one I'm more interested in right now is the FBA, ADOS, and these ones that they are from America.
As a result of Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's what I was answering. I don't think Brian is understanding how cunning the slave master is. I mean, he did enslave you. You think he's stupid?
I mean,
these people dwell on a propaganda war. The Democrats is using propaganda. Everybody's using propaganda on us. And when are we gonna get it? Okay, Ethiopia. You see, Ethiopia. The media is saying something different from what Ethiopia is saying, and then they get mad because it came out in the open that these people are using a propaganda war on Ethiopia. So why wouldn't they use it? Hold on, thousands of Black Americans pick up their shoes and decide to 2018 to 19 decide that they are going to the motherland, and that's a first for America. For white people, white people gonna be like, that's nothing. You think white people gonna be like, oh, that's nothing, and their workers is leaving?
Yeah, bro, because you could just import new ones by doing the same thing by opening the borders and getting new people. Like I think you misunderstanding the reality of how savage the United States is, bro. We're not
talking about that. We 60 million. You see now. So hold on. All right, go ahead.
All right, let's be honest. All right, the first thing is the United States has already got from the point of what is it? Modernization.
Needing black people.
No. Necessarily, and the reason they got people was for labor, bro. At this point, they can get all the free labor they need from various countries, right? The United States, as it's currently necessarily, it's just importing people because they need more people, because they need more kids, because ain't nobody having kids. That's simple, right? I mean, like I don't know if you noticed
So,
you
so what? In other words, what you're saying is black people leaving is nothing to white people, right?
not necessarily. Yeah, no.
I
That
beg
that
to
is
differ.
that is a mistake. I think
What? Wait,
you are okay. Go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, I beg to differ. The reason is black America is as smart as white America.
Yeah.
They need everything for their own survival from Africa, which is black America's brother. You going
Okay.
over there with your first world thoughts theoretically gonna only improve Africa,
Okay.
not good for the rest of the world.
It's already improving. When I mean it, they're already getting development from China though, and other places. So it's like the Africans are not currently just standing still. Like you gotta look at this. Like you gotta
I
look at like a
didn't
big.
say that. Come on,
No, no,
man. I didn't say that. I
no,
didn't
no,
say that.
let me finish. Like you looking at the continent like one. You gotta look at it like an engine. Like
Don't.
look at each state. No, let me finish. Look at each state, or at least each country, like it's its own engine, right? And put together, it's a super engine, right? That's how you get a super nation, right? Like East Africa on its own right, but by itself is doing amazing. If you look at it, if you actually take the time to actually go over there and look at it, the cities in Kenya are the biggest any place in the
I
United
have
States.
no problem with that. I have no problem with that.
No, so I'm saying, so they're at the point where they already developing, right? And that's what I'm saying, not developing. So
Yeah,
all
yeah.
you can really go over there and do is invest your money, right? Speed up the production speed,
Yeah.
right? And get your
Is your part. Is your all you can do is your part. I have no
yeah.
problem with saying that shit. What are you talking about? Everybody has to play their part.
I mean
So,
that's what I
so,
just said. I'm saying
so what are you trying to prove? What are you trying to? What's the point?
I know you're the one who said that in the first, but what I'm basically telling you is this, right? Like, why can't really control you from not going over there? Because at this point, they ain't got unless they gonna shut the whole entire border down and say can't nobody leave just but African Americans, bro.
Oh, so
Like that's
so did
that's the
okay,
only really.
okay. What's the reason for what you think? Did you know that um Nana Akafo came to America and held a meeting with the Black Caucus, right? And when he went back to Ghana, he decided to do mandatory vaccines.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What I saw on YouTube is a lot of Black Americans decide that they're not gonna bother to go. I think Ghana lost a lot of money with that too. See me?
yeah. But they
But
also
but
getting on
I'm
that.
what I'm trying to say to you is there's a lot. These people will sabotage you and your process. You think of yourself too lightly. Black America has a lot of use to white people right now, today. Cannot afford to lose you.
I understand, hey,
Eh,
bro. Right now, we working on how to build a fucking a rail gun, bro. So like, trust me, my department, we do a lot of shit. But what I'm telling you is this, right? If I choose to pick up and go, unless they blow my plane out the ship, I mean out of the sky, there's nothing they can really do to hold me here. Like at this point in the game,
Except, hold on. Except,
so
hold on.
what
Wait,
I'm
wait, wait. I love what you're saying. So that you saying that they cannot actually do no physical shit except play mind games with you.
no. You miss
Try to
what I'm
try
saying.
to hold on. Try to impoverish you. Try to mess with your finances, bro.
Nah,
You know,
real game.
didn't passport go up? Didn't passport go up?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is like this, right? The U.S. at this point, the U.S. is a country is bleed on so many different ends. It's stretched too far, right? It can't really quote unquote just come get us, right? Like you gotta look at what are they fighting? They for Russia, China, right? They fighting India at the same time. You got BRICS necessarily down south, right? They got all these numerous people that they fighting at the what country can fight the entire world at the same time?
Right?
See,
Right?
okay, let me add to this. You see, what Akanfire is getting to is that it's not only about losing African Americans, it's also what African Americans are going to go over to some other country to go and do, especially if you are going back to the continent to do stuff to change the strategic advantage that the US has over that continent, or maybe not directly the US, but maybe a US ally. Maybe you go to Nigeria or you go to Ghana, you change something that UK will not like or France will not like. Yeah, you're going to have a problem, and you can see why they are going to have issues with that.
So, Niger, you think white Europe and America like to hear when the presidents of Africa claiming that they are Pan-Africanists? You think they like that shit?
They don't like it.
Question: what can they do about it? That's the real question. What, like
there's so many things they can do about it. You don't understand. There's trade deals and all kinds of things that they can do to affect African countries.
All right, Zulu. How did it get there? Why are they saying that?
They took influence. It's hard, bro. Like if you look at they got it from us. They got it from us, and we got it from white people, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Like nobody had a quote unquote race consciousness.
Bro, what do you mean we got it from white people? I don't clarify.
Okay. My question is right. When has in reality has all Africans moved in one accord? Can anybody name me one at a time?
So you think so? What about the future?
I'm talking about.
Yeah, but hold on, man. Listen, man. Listen. Africa was broken, bro. You have to put it back together.
No. You misunderstand what I'm talking about. Like what I'm saying is the concept of race necessarily was, they came up with that concept, right? Then we took that same concept, morphed it and used it and moved it to our own ideas and gave it to the continent, and the continent taking it and moving it and morphing it to their own necessarily to devices. Yeah. It's kind of like information. It's like information. Like you can give me information. Now what I do and how I use it is completely up to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if the Africans develop a Pan-African or a African necessarily concept, or at least when it comes to doing money and resources, they're in a good position, right? But they got that concept from the Europeans, and we got that concept. The Europeans gave it necessarily to them, right? But I mean, like that's basically how the concept came, because to the Berlin Conference, they say, okay, we're gonna work together and split this country up together, right? That's how they got it. That's the only way they were able to get it, right? So the reality is necessarily if one mother
they got it by Pan-Europeanism.
Yeah, Pan-Europeanism. But if you had the same, you tend to take the same concept and add that to Africans. Africans are literally all over the planet. You have them in the United States, you have them in South America, you have them in the goddamn Caribbeans, you have them all over.
Which is good. That is good.
Pacific Islands, bro. You got Africans in the Pacific Islands. Yeah, that's kind of concept and go Pan-Africanism, right? Let's say, right? Then you become a global power and a threat in its own right. That's what Europeans understand. That's why they don't want you working as a unit. But
yes,
that's the thing, though. Like we talking about different. We went from different topic to different topic. That's
but what I'm trying to get to you is, Africa is being put together since it was torn apart. You feel me? It wasn't really together, and it's not gonna be really together. People gonna be their individual person. A tribe gonna be their tribe, but we need to have a unity. Well, look at this. In the 30s, how much Africans was calling themselves black? Today, almost half of Africa is calling themselves, knows that they're black or call themselves black also. And if eventually all the black people in Africa gonna understand that they're black, and that that will give a little more
Somalis, bro.
unity.
Ain't
What
not Somalis, bro.
man?
Somalis ain't black.
Those people are on the edge of Africa, so they can go ahead and keep playing. You feel me?
Well, you know. Well, I wish for head warrior was in here, but I'd be like, Somalis ain't black, bro. So,
Yeah, they're
See,
from
they may not be black, but they are
listen,
Africans.
those Somali people are Sri Lankan. They that's why they don't like the Africans. They're from Sri Lanka. You feel me? Go check out the Sri Lanka pictures and you can match the bitches. You feel me?
Can I tell Zulu something? You know, there was this group in the 60s or
Well, I like them
70s.
though. They are.
They were this group that in the 60s or 70s they went to Zaire, if I'm not mistaken, to build this rocket that
Zaire
was
is the
supposed to.
Congo. Zaire is the
Yeah,
Congo.
yeah. I think it was Mobutu. No, Sese Seko, isn't it? Yeah. They wanted to go and build this rocket there that would be a cheap rocket to get to space and stuff like that. Because of the strategic nature of the work that they are doing, Western powers were frowning at it. And within a period of time, they wanted to do the test for the rocket. It failed. It was a catastrophic failure. And within weeks, many of the engineers were killed. They died in some kind of weird accident in the water area where they went to do some recreational, get together and stuff like that. Many of them died, and because of that, the whole thing was more exactly. So, what you don't understand, I've even some studies where we're studying, even Canada discovered a very, very good aircraft design that America didn't have. And the American guys went there, mothballed the whole project, took all the engineers back to America and shut it down in Canada. So you can see that when it comes to strategic changes, yeah, even their own person they go after, not to mention African Americans. So when this in Ekanfire is saying that these people will do what they need to do to protect their interests, don't underestimate it. It's not only about black people, it's also about their own. If their own person step out of line, they are going to act. And in the case of African Americans, you have 50 million at least strong. That is a massive power block in the US that is part of the military too.
Let me tell you, Zula was in the army. Yeah, Zulu was in the army. So I'm not really taking too much talk from him. He still might be turned.
Oh, from turn, bro. I mean, well, I'm gonna do this much, bro. Like, I come out here and I get plenty of good information, man. Like, the U.S. can't necessarily come get you. Well, unless you got like some like a surplus of money and a surplus of like real dangerous skills. I'm talking about legitimately dangerous skills. The U.S. can't really focus on you because you fighting the Ukraine. You got to fight against Russia. You got to fight against China. You got to fight against Saudi Arabia now. And you got to fight with.
They were fighting against the Soviet Union when they went and it depends on the knowledge, like you said. But if the knowledge, like the case of the knowledge you are talking about, is a strategic one. Yeah,
exactly.
Hold on. This is our time to move because the fat boy that was sitting on us can't sit on us and fight.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying, literally. Like,
it's our time to move.
Really come get you because it got too many. It got enough motherfuckers that's trying to fight at the same time. The bully got then basically then bullied the whole class. Now it got like 30 people to fight at once. Right? So
yeah, but isn't that the point of African Americans being there to prevent them from coming over to the continent to cause problems? That is what That's what organizing means. Like when the Zionist movement started. There are certain things America wanted to do to Israelis that were busy doing crazy stuff. There are Israelis that are in American prison right now for spying on America. So a lot of them got off with a slap on the wrist because Israelis, the Jews in America, encourage the government to do that. So you have to shield your homeland from the excesses of the US. That's how they behave.
Niger. I want to tell you something that the African Americans is going through. They are bombarded with propaganda, bro. I mean, like minutely.
Oh yeah, he's not lying about that. From the day you born.
Bro, they can't get to do nothing. Their mind is like fried practically.
Wow.
If you's a person that watch news, you are done for. If you, bro, all right, the dude that died, right? The dude that the 4 black men killed. 4 weeks straight, every minute of the day, they put that stuff in front of you and your kids. 4 weeks straight, every day, bro. You want to tell me that's normal? You want to tell me that's normal?
So what was it? I didn't catch it. What is it they put in front of the kids for 4 weeks?
Oh no, he's talking about
the killing. They talking about, all right, they give you the news about the killing and the aggression of the black men that killed the dude, and show you a little radical photo, and they show you that minutely, daily, and it's going on 4 weeks now, and it's still coming on TV.
Wow.
Yeah, like when he's talking about the propaganda arm of the United States, with the when he's not lying to you, the United States has an amazing propaganda arm. But like but let's be honest, that's kind of necessary. The propaganda arm is for people who don't really try to look for answers, right? Like most people, like understand, most people are sheep. Most people in human nature are sheep. Only a few people are really going to actually like look for answers, right? Like it's like how many people are maybe in the chat, how many people is on this panel looking for answers, right? So most people are hypnotized by just if you just say it, that they're just gonna believe it. Not many people will go look around and go say, "Oh well, is it true?" Or basically, it's that part. Is it true? You know what I mean?
Bro, so, it's white voodoo, bro. It's white voodoo, bro. Let me tell you that part. You see when they show you the black cops, that killed the black dude, they trying to cool the heat of white people. They're trying to distract us from what they are doing. Bro, you know how much of us died after that? It's not on TV.
We don't know that now. Do we have any numbers for that died after that?
You got black men getting killed right now, and it's not gonna come on news by white people. It may be come on local news.
No, I don't even come on local news. I know what he's saying necessarily is how they're bigging up this event, like basically, let's say like a white guy may shoot some black guy or something like that. They're not gonna play that. They're not gonna put that on the news and have the white guy got face plastered all over the news, right? But when like a black guy
for a month,
have that shit running in Fox 5 News all day, all tomorrow. Necessarily every 30 minutes they'll say, "Oh, this guy shot somebody," and it's like every 30 minutes. If you don't really just sit there, right, and actually time 20 minutes, it'll pop up. So it's like it's basically trying to push different narratives. But like I said, most people for me personally, I don't watch the news. I'm like I have enough understanding that the news is just tailored information, how to tailor it to you, for whatever reason. For me personally,
well, we can think about like me and you, fine. But what about the rest of us? Everybody don't think that way. And who you think you are? You alone is nobody. We want us. We want all of us. All of us is how we strong. So if we're not thinking about the rest of us that is getting dilated, that is getting in a trance.
Indoctrination, bro. Indoctrination.
See, some of the things he's saying is quite. It sounds simple, or like, oh, it's just alarmist and stuff like that. If you look at what is going on in the world today, I didn't think Ukraine was going to be at war. I didn't see that coming. Things can change fast, and if you think the world can remain like this permanently, they just tweet it for ages. These people are preparing for some serious change. And we know
where's the foot, bro? It's like, when I tell you, legitimate, or is a foot right now. Like, if you're talking about what they're doing right now in the U.S. and all the other countries, everybody's it's about to be the world about to split in half, man. It's about to be China necessarily on one end and Russia on one end, United States and the was it England and the NATO on one end,
Western Europe,
South America and Africa gonna go with, and after that it's gonna be a fight for the global dominance, bro. And that's just gonna be that.
You know what would shock people if there is any major conflagration? What could shock people is that all Western Europe might not go with NATO or America. I think soon they will start realizing what is holding the West together. Because what people don't realize, this is why sometimes you need to go into details a little bit. Like the Anglo-Saxon arm of the European people is what is holding the West together. The US, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and maybe some parts of Canada. They are the power brokers. So, pardon?
You want to continue? Go ahead.
Yeah. So they are the power brokers, and if there is a conflagration between them, like say the West and like the way they are going with Russia right now, and they are going to do with China, there is no guarantee that India is going to be with the West. There is no guarantee that if the Europeans, especially the ones closer to Russia, see that India and China and Russia are together, they will not decide that, you know what, let's do Euro-Asia. Because there is this Euro-Asia, this thing that is afoot right now. This China Belt and Road Initiative is basically tying, the entire European continental plate is one. There's no difference, there's no separation. So it's trying to tie the entire continental plate together. If they unite on that plate, the reason why America doesn't want that, because it's going to lock America out and it's going to weaken that Anglo-Saxon arm. That is the struggle that will ensue.
No, I got one thing to say, right? Like,
before you go ahead, I do have to read the super chat. So thanks for Go Black. Okay, Chickasaw, the name sounds like Chikosi tribe of Togo, Ghana, Benin.
Really?
Chickasaw is an Indian American. You see, I told you she hates Americans. I keep saying you people.
Wait.
She didn't know it was an American Indian tribe.
I'm getting on them.
An American Indian tribe, Chickasaw. I think I know that. Even I know that. I'm just kidding now. I'm just trolling you, knocking you today, because you do sometimes come at me too now. So
I thought the name
that's what it is. You want to read this one?
Yeah. Tunaja,
the guys. What is he saying?
Benin, Togo, Nigeria.
I don't know what he's saying. So the point I was making previously, I don't know whether you can hear me. So the point I was making previously is that if this stuff goes on, there's no guarantee the Asian continent will not, if the Chinese kind of people, that's the Asians, come together with the Indians and the Russians, the world has transformed. The Western power is broken already. Now, the question with the Western Europeans is, whom would they align with?
To Niger.
That is the question they will start asking themselves. Because some of them have already started joining the BRICS, because the BRICS is part of this whole equation. India and China is already there, and Russia is already there, South Africa is already there, Brazil is already there, and many other countries are already applying to join. So there is no guarantees.
Oh, hold on, give me a second.
On the part of African American, this is where what this Nagafa is saying, is ringing in my head. That where would you belong in this whole in the situation where you have many interests going on? Where would the African American community be? Because while all this is happening, there are great conflicts and great confrontations, but Africa is just sitting there watching like a kind of innocent bystander waiting for the decision to be made. And this is why I think that if African Americans were working with the continent now, this is the space they will get to actually work with the continent to be able to get itself back. Because you're not going to get this sort of chances very often when this whole world is going through all this stuff. If you fight and say, you know what, I'm going to be worrying about the US. US is going to get itself back. After they can get themselves back, then they come for you again. This is the name of the game. Like they did it with the Second World War, the Civil War, just name it any of the wars African Americans have ever fought. They finished the war and they come back again, and they did it to Africans too. After we fought in the Second World War, they came back again and did what they did. We fought in the First World War, the same thing happened. It didn't matter. Because as long as the people that you consider that are your rivals are getting stronger and you are not getting any stronger, what's going to happen is that they are just going to come and take more from you. It's just how it works. And I think that it's something that African Americans need to seriously think about. And I just feel like there's no agenda that I can see that the African Americans are pursuing. I'm even surprised that Akanfire said that the Democrats caucus, Black caucus, met with Ghanaian president. I've never seen that. I've never seen where they met. I don't know whether anyone else has, been present when. Listen, I've never seen that.
I follow that shit.
Between the African Americans,
can you hear me?
You see more contact between the CARICOM and the continent. It's just what I see. Anyone there?
Can anyone hear me?
I can't hear anybody. Why can't I hear anybody?
Oh, tonight you're not hearing nobody.
Yeah, sorry, I can't hear anybody. That's why I can't hear anybody. Sorry, guys. I was just talking to you all are talking, and probably I wasn't hearing anything. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to ask this to African Millennium. Zambia is border with Zimbabwe.
Yes.
And the Congo is border with Zambia. But I want to know this, right? I mean, how much do we care for each other? I mean, like, seriously. Nobody fighting for Zimbabwe? Seriously? Now look at this. Look at this African Millennium. Now, these people went to the United States, right? Talking about African leader and US summit shit. Who spoke for Zimbabwe? I mean, we don't see leverage. We don't understand. I mean, the African, does he understand leverage? Because I see leverage there to freeze Zimbabwe.
Yes, that was leverage. I could have said before we talk deal, let Zimbabwe go.
Hold on. I see top tier leverage. You want copper, you want cobalt to make your economy stronger, and you destroying my brother's economy, and I'm supposed to make a deal with you? How you don't use that as leverage? Say, yo, listen, fine, we will make a nice deal with you, but you gotta lift all sanctions from everybody in Zimbabwe, or no deal.
Possible, bro. I really would, bro. I really.
And these people just turn around to the United States and say, "Don't use no grease."
Hey, bro, I'm gonna ask you a question, bro. No, I understand that. No. What I'm saying is this, right? You got to understand, like, the world is way more cruel and evil than you actually imagine.
Bro, say to him, say to him, say to them, say to them, we are dying. What you gonna do? Kill us? We poor. What you gonna do? Make us poor? no deal. Or you free Zimbabwe or no deal.
What country are you talking about?
I'm talking about Zambia and Congo. Those two, especially that little mother lover that just won in Zambia.
Now, okay. Now we
Feel
have
me?
to be like fire. We got to be honest with ourselves, bro. Most of these African countries are like dictatorship / goddamn puppet shows, right? So ain't most of like I don't know how many countries are legitimate on their own, 100%
I
controlled
mean,
by.
these people do
Why do
not.
you care whether they are dictatorship? So is Saudi Arabia, so is China, so is all the America is not working with them. We
I
see
mean,
this is the thing we do. We shouldn't
yeah,
be making
he's
excuse
talking
for
as if
leaving our own people to fall all over the place. And this is one of the things that even surprised me that there's a massive chunk of African Americans in America there. The defense secretary is a black American. They have it's basically the second in command is a black American, and yet most of the stuff America does, with this government especially, they are more robustly against African countries. They are more. What are the African Americans doing there? You don't see this action against Europeans because Europeans, the white Europeans in America, will prevent it from happening. But African Americans, they just sign up to everything. As a matter of fact, when they came to this thing, when African leaders came to this in the US, they should be the ones telling Africans, don't sign up to that deal. Don't do this. Don't do that. But no, they help the Europeans get their way with African leaders. That is what they are there doing.
bro. I'm gonna tell you this. Bro, I'm gonna tell you this. The bully, I'm gonna tell you something. The bully respects no man who don't show some sort of backbone.
Okay, I'm gonna say something like
We
process when it comes to these deals. If you're talking about like these deals, why no African Americans are in, to be honest, the United States has its own deals, and the people who are quote unquote in the position to go, let's say, and argue for argue for these African countries. Do the African countries actually reach out and ask people, hey, can you come and argue for me on my behalf? You just can't do that. Like, I mean, like for real.
But maybe they do. Maybe they do. They are being kicked back from doing it. I think one person said sometimes when they write to African, I don't know whether it's black Americans, but they write to American senators, then they will say they are doing something, but they don't do anything. They just take the African letter and just put it aside. And some of them, they pay them a lot of money.
Bro, we are too soft as a people, man.
It's unbelievable how soft we are.
The very day they started, they announced sanction on Zimbabwe. African leaders should be saying, "You got to sanction us too."
Come on, like you really think they're gonna say that, though, bro?
What?
Like these people are puppet leaders, bro. So they're not gonna stick their neck out for somebody else. Like they are not real leaders elected by the people. Most of them, not all of them.
Yeah, there's some truth there.
So on some level, you have to understand. If I'm being put in, a man is putting me in the same position, right? I'm not gonna go against the same motherfucker who put me in a position because he's whipping this motherfucker over here that didn't do right. You know what I mean? Like you gotta understand. Like that's what's up. We understand the angles of what the people are coming from, and you gotta understand the playing board fully. The more you understand the playing board, then you understand why do people not moving, why they can move.
I mean, listen, Zulu. I totally agree with what you're saying. I'm just talking about the things that I think should have happened. You feel me? But I know it didn't happen. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, but I know it didn't happen. You feel me? And yes, there's an expectation of cowardliness in our people. You feel me? I understand that. You feel me? But the reason why I speak this way is to try and inspire my people to be braver, man. You feel me? And stick up for yourself.
Fire. I think African people as a group of people, they have to fight in them. The problem is you got bad leadership. Like if the person who got them who job it is to sign the deal say fuck it, I'm not gonna make the deal, or I'm just gonna sell the resources for goddamn pennies on a fucking dollar. Like at that point, you gotta go kill that politician. Like let's be honest, like, that's the only way we really want to have actually stop this stuff. But then that requires the people actually quote unquote being involved and willing to do something about it, right? Because even if the country say cool, we going to sell the person who came sign this deal said we can get some cobalt. If the people on ground say, hey, fuck that bullshit, you ain't coming in here and getting this cobalt unless you paying $10 a pound or whatever, $10 an ounce or whatever the fuck you want to charge for it, right? Unless those people have that kind of understanding.
The people are no better than the leader. You feel me? The people and the leader.
And by us, and by those people, that's what I'm saying. That's like the problem is you got to get to leadership, and since the leader has been basically hand selected to put there necessarily without the brain necessarily to kind of help the body go.
That's why I talk about school, because to fight this war, it's a spiritual war. You got to be proactive, you feel me, and not reactive. You can't go around be killing presidents. You got to teach people out of their dysfunction, you feel me. So that's why I speak of finding a way to get into the ministries of education and revamp structure the curriculum to emphasize on African history and Black studies, and you feel me, and give the people some self esteem, you feel me, so they can, and wise thought, and what you call it, Black love, you feel me, because only these things can produce a good president. Yeah.
All right, I just got through talking to my contact that live in Tanzania, bro. The teachers ain't down there, ain't been paid in the last 6 months. They getting ready to quit. You see what I'm saying? It's like look, people, they ain't got they don't have, like, the leaders of this country don't have higher.
Yeah, but listen, that little witch that became the president of Tanzania. she and George Soros killed Dr. Magufuli. All of those teachers would be paid if Dr. Magufuli was still president. You hear? That shit pissed me off what you just said. You feel me? That shit pissed me off what you just said. You feel me? Cause
somebody's phone.
Hold on. We going easy. We fucking acting all dainty and be running jokes and they're killing our leaders. 2020, 21, they killed our leaders.
Hey, well, somebody girl
you feel me? And we here playing, and they killed our leader, a genuine leader that took the country from low class to middle income country in 5 years, and they destroyed that man. You feel me? And that shit pissed me off. And I'm mad at Negroes with all these controversial conversations when they have guns pointing at them.
That's true. What can you do? The leader is his own protections, whatever he's had, wasn't sufficient to keep him alive.
Stop fighting against blackness. Promote Black love in your countries. Promote Pan-African Black history in your education.
From signing the bad, bro. Like, how is Black love gonna stop this man from signing a bad deal that he know is a bad deal that he get in this?
Listen, this is how I look at it. There's a present system that is very overwhelming going on. Slowly use soft power to gain power. Just like we speaking now, it's called soft power. Continue doing it and try to spread it so other people can hear good conversation, strategic conversation, thought what you call critical thinking. You feel me?
Right.
that's the only way you gonna get a good president, out of hearing and learning critical thinking, black love, so he can fucking do not make decisions against himself.
No, I think it's you gotta look at it like this, man. How I'm looking at it like this, right? They put that guy, whoever the president, they are picking these people. That's what I'm looking at. They are picking these people, right? They're like the United States or like the United States, but like they have different countries will put $2 billion together, or a corporation will put $2 billion together. Go to you and say, hey, you're going to be the leader now, right? We're going to give you can keep $50 million for yourself. You're just going to sell these resources at 25 cents per kilogram, and then and you'll make another 15% off of that, right? And that's it. And like and the person who they come to, he is definitely willing to do that, unless the on the ground are educated enough. This is what I'm saying, right? Are educated enough on ground to understand that they're selling their resources for cheap prices, and 2, have the will to go do something about it. It's not going to change, because it's not going to change from the top down.
Zula.
What I'm saying, it's not going to change from the top down, because the top down don't want it to change. So it's going to have to change from the bottom up.
Zula, I'm gonna ask you something.
Cool.
You going up against me, bro?
What?
Are you going up against me?
I mean, depends, I guess. Side you on.
I mean, why?
I mean, it depends on what side you on, I guess.
I'm on black side.
I guess I'm on the same side then.
So why the hell you going up against me and talking irrelevant stuff? I know. Stop being negative.
I'm not being negative, bro.
You. Who is you to say things not going to change? Who are you?
Let me ask him. Let me ask him something. Let me just ask him something, because I'm curious about this. Zulu, this is Zulu. What is the percentage of African Americans that you would say are conscious of the African continent being out there and the situation on the continent?
5%.
I'm gonna say probably 30%. Like
up to 30%. That's quite sizable.
Well, quite sizable, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's enough to bit, right? So it's
what
enough.
do you mean? Acknowledge
that I have knowledge of Africa. No. They have knowledge, not only the fact that they are descendants of Africans. Oh, I think most of them do have that knowledge.
I think 70% of them acknowledge that they're Africans.
Yeah, but the ones that are aware of the current state of the continent and that Africa is just right there. Some of them have seen videos of it, of the current day, like from bloggers like Odemaya. The percentage is what I'm asking Zulu about.
30%. 30%.
30%. You still stick by that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say max. That's the max number. Max. Like if we want to go out every percent, 30%.
Yeah, it could be 20% too.
But that's max. That's max. Like
so that is not enough. Then they need a lot more drive, because part of it is that this is why you have Congress people become Congress and senators. These will become very aware because they are briefed. They all have briefcases, portfolios when they get into all these branches of government. They're very much aware of what is going on, but they don't tell their people because their people are not aware of it too. And maybe there has to be an awareness on the ground in the context of the US too, so that they become more conscious of the continent. Because the more conscious they are, the more they will be asking their leaders. I just heard something about the continent recently. What did you do to do that? Did you just help sign with your fellow white supremacists to sanction Zimbabwe or to sanction Ethiopia for very minute thing? But I just learned that this country, this is so and so in Europe, nothing happened to them. So you see that kind of stuff. The accountability starts creeping in when they are aware.
Listen. Black America has no power in the legislation area of America.
They do. This thing we keep excusing them and they don't have power. It's false. They do. They are not just using it.
Hold on, man. The Black Caucus, the only strength they have is to agitate for frivolous stuff. But first of all, they can't stand up for anything major. the Black Caucus, and that's the most powerful set of Negroes in America.
Yeah, they are like African leaders right now. They are behaving like African leaders, shielding the people from the truth while they sell their people out on a daily basis. Because the US uses them. Because I saw when the African leaders came, this Harris was the one. Kamala Harris was the one that took the African leaders to the African American Museum to show them, like they care. But in reality, you are selling them a dud. You have them come in to the meeting and talk about 50-something countries getting $150 billion over 3 years. By the time you split it, how many millions is that? That is nothing. And then the same country goes threatening African countries, suing them, and sanctioning them because they didn't vote against the war in Ukraine. All kinds of stuff. This is not. Nobody's harassing Israel. Nobody's harassing China, or I mean India or China even. Nobody's harassing them. Why did you vote for this? Because if you try to do that, you're going to have problems. If you try to tell Israel what to vote for, you're going to have problems. Or Egypt, or Saudi Arabia. Those who are independent, they do whatever they like.
To Niger, you don't see what I'm saying. You know why? It's because America helped that president to win. I don't know if that's the case. Something
Which
like
president?
that happened. The president of Zambia. Because I'm wondering, I'm saying this, right?
Oh no! I heard about that too. That guy, they said he's a Western, this is a puppet.
A Western puppet. I didn't even know that shit.
They said
I was fucking glad. I was glad.
Yeah, because it sounded very good, didn't he?
Hold on. I was glad that the other guy lost. You feel me? But this guy is, I don't understand. This guy is no better. He gonna sell the country out without even helping nobody else. I mean, you would be better off with your neighbor better off.
We gotta be. I'm hearing is like
Zambia is almost owned by China. That's a big.
Let's hear from Zulu a bit, please. Sorry, hold on. You're gonna finish it, of course. I know about the Zambian situation.
Like we're playing like the world ain't lethal, like it ain't dog eat dog world out here, and I keep hearing these surprises as if you're surprised that like if you're in a country, a leader, right? Install your own leader in this facility, and they've done this multiple times, and it's like people are surprised like they'll do it again. it's like oh my God, they did it in another country. I can't believe that, and I'm like why? Like this is the same country that made his whole fortune off of slave labor.
I think it's not like we are surprised. It's more like this is still going on. What do we do to stop it?
No, I told you what you need to do to actually stop it, because they're not. You gotta understand, like the whole thing went global now. Like the whole quote unquote American model of how they running shit, necessarily right, work the shit out your population. That shit is the global standard now. Like the plantation went global. That's what you really need to understand, right? So how do you buck that system? You do what I said. You educate the people that's on the ground, right, necessarily, right? And then you have them do what they need to do, right? Because it's not going to come from the Senate, right? It's not going to come from the leader, because the leader he's fed too well, right? The people at the bottom who are starving are going to have to be the ones who make some changes if they want some changes.
What do they need to do? What do they need to do?
That's part of the information. Like that's part of the problem, right? You have to know what's going on around you, right? So you just need to have people who actually spend time in their life and actually go study this stuff. Like for me personally, I study this stuff. Like I study geopolitics. That's a hobby for me. Like,
so give us an example and how they can thwart it. Give us an example on how they can thwart it.
Okay, let's say what's it not Zambia, but what's the other country that's selling copper?
The Congo.
Not the Congo, the other one. The other one that's selling.
No, sell copper too much.
No, so the Khotan, the one that the one that
that's the RC. That's the RC. Congo.
Congo.
Not the Congo. It's another one. It's another one. It's another country. Zambia. Is it?
Huh? Coltan is Congo is known for coltan.
Yeah, let him clarify himself because he'll get it.
Basically, the country that's in, I think it's Zambia. The country that's in Zambia that's selling basically told the U.S. we're not selling our resources for that low of a price, right? The reality is the U.S. just can't necessarily come into these countries and just take these resources out, right? The people have to be there, allow these people to come in there, work with the people that's coming there, and direct them to the resource. So the reality is when the entire army knows what the deal is going down, then it's a lot harder necessarily to kind of pull let's say tricks, basically, right? You can't come in there and say, well, the leader said this. Well, fuck that leader. We just got rid of it, right? We got rid of leader Sambuku, whoever his name is, and we put a new leader down, and then you gonna have to negotiate with that person, right? But no African country or no African citizenship actually do none of this, right? They are cool just letting the dictator just do whatever he wants.
They do though. They do. What they don't get is cover. Mugabe tried to do something similar, thwart the establishment and change the scenario. Then when they got sanctioned, they didn't get any protection, neither from the Black Caucus or anything. They just sanctioned them, and for decades now, the sanction has been on.
Americans said something about it, but they didn't have no power.
Yeah, like the Black Caucus ain't gonna do nothing. Like, you need business. Like, how you gonna solve your problem, bro? Like presidents and stuff like that don't really do nothing, guy. Honestly, because all money.
If they want you to vote for any overseas sanction or any overseas stuff, you tell them, you know what, you want me to vote for this war or vote for this sanction against this one, do this one too for us. Because that's what they do. I've seen a case where one senator can hold up a whole bill in the US, but you have several black senators in the Senate. You have several black Congress persons in the Congress House. You never see them. Have you ever seen a black person hold up any voting? Nothing.
No, like, most of the people are like, you guys. Like, I still say the same thing even for the U.S. The same thing that's happening in these foreign countries. The same thing's already happening. Like the Black Caucus already paid off. They already paid off.
So Zulu, if you was
paid off with what?
Hold on to Niger. So Zulu, if you was the president of Zambia, what would you do?
If I was the president of Zambia personally, what I would do is this, right? I would depend on what I'm trying. I will look at the next 10, 15 years. Okay, what's my global plan country to the best position, right? We selling coltan, whatever the mineral they're selling to the we're trying to sell to the US.
They have the copper belt, so it's copper.
Copper belt?
Copper? All the copper in the world is Zambia.
Okay, no, it's Zambia, and it's that and something else like coltan or something for lithium, something for battery.
Except you are referring to it's lithium that's associated with Zambia. Right? Nigeria does have lithium too.
So, if I was the president of that country, my first and immediate thing, what I'm doing, I'm running the campaign. I'm sending people I know. I'm going to send every person I know that I can get my financial hands. I don't give a fuck if I got to sneak them into the country. I'm sending all my people to go to all the HBU colleges. I'm putting all my people in there. I'm calling friends of friends. I'm doing whatever I got to do to have my people or have my kids in that college, right? Have those people go.
Yeah, but what about the deal? Okay, I'm talking about if you under the circumstances, whatever you think about it. If you was the president and you went to a meeting for leaders about making deals and to develop yourself, or when you go to that meeting, right? You know the circumstances. You also have a neighbor. So what would you do?
See, he's giving us a solution. No, finish the stuff you're saying to the college. I want to hear what he's saying about the college stuff.
What I'm saying is fire. Give me a second.
Answer this first. Answer that first, and then.
Yeah, I got you. But basically, what I'm saying, I'm getting all the people, I'm getting all the brightest brains that I can from that country, and bringing them over there. And I'm doing the same thing also. Well, like if I can find other countries that's quote unquote going to give me like if I was smart, if I was the country, I would invest in like Puerto Rico, Haitian, to make a countries like that, and say, I'll get up you out. If you want to come here and study these specific skills, right, and come here and bring these skills, we'll give you land grants, we'll give you whatever, right? And that's how you build your economy. That's how you build your place up. Because you going
that one is going to take decades to do. How long is it going to take to do?
Yeah, that's why I say, yeah, it's nice to have that long-term talk.
But it can be interrupted very easily while you are still very weak.
Okay.
Yeah, but what about my question? What would you do in that circumstance?
All right, I'm going to ask two different questions. So Fire, give me your question again, and I'll come back to the other one.
Now, the United States, I'm going to give you just a small rundown of the circumstances. The United States, greedy sons of bitches, need copper to do anything in America. Need it. Not want it. Need it. They're going to get Kobo from the Congo president. But I'm just saying, they need that, right? And they have the most copper in the world, leading. So with the United States needing you, and you got your neighbor that United States is making them poor by sanctions, which can be lifted. And you know, with your country, your people is semi-poor, but you have China that will do whatever United States is doing. So I'm saying now, when you go to the United States to make a deal, what would you do?
You're talking about in that scenario. If I'm the leader of that country, God, honestly, if you're the leader of the country, you got to think by yourself. You got to think realistically. And number two, the country that sells the most copper is Chile, bro. So, like, if you're talking about from a country leader standpoint, you just basically got to do the best you can with what you got. Like that's all you can really do. Look for allies. That's all you really can do, right? You know what I mean? You can only look for allies. You can do the best with the material you got, unless you unless you got like a long-term plan. Right?
Ask me what I would do. Ask me what I would do.
Okay, what would you do?
I'd look at things like this. Oh, my people broke, but they eating. Some of them eating. They kind of all right. Oh, nothing is going on, but we kind of all right. We surviving. Oh, so this is new money. You feel me? But I'm gonna say we surviving without you, bitch. So we can make a deal. Of course, we can make a deal. But for economic survival for my country, you have to lift the sanctions from Zimbabwe, because I want to do business with Zimbabwe, and because of your sanctions, there's a problem. So you have to lift the sanctions, and I will give you a good deal.
Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. You gotta understand how the other countries looking at it and your position to them, right? Like if I'm for real, like if I'm China, let's say quote unquote, I know you you want to make a deal when I right. It's easier for me to have you killed for that was for like what is it?
Yeah, but I have leverage.
Hold on.
Yeah, but
let me finish. Like right. What's easier for that country to do, right? Or your rival country, right? They can spend $300,000, right? And spend $100,000 to get you killed. Another $100,000 to pay the person.
Bro, I'm the president. Wait. Hold on with your negative views. Hold on with your negative views. Hold on with your negative views. I got another fact. I have China in my hands too. You forget that part. I got China in my hands too. and I will threaten you with China. I'll tell you that if you don't make my deal come through, I will make China get a army base in in Zambia. A matter of fact, I'm gonna get Chinese bodyguards also. So when you come to kill me, you gotta kill them too. How you like that?
Bro, I mean, like, I don't know if you get the big picture. So you just traded one slave master for another slave master. Bro. Is that
I
sound?
do not kill.
Not exactly. Actually,
Wait.
not exactly. Because the Chinese are not occupying and decimating the continent.
Wait to
There's a big difference.
Wait to Niger. Listen, under the circumstances of Africa, anything is better. Almost anything is better than United States and Western Europe.
And that is, I think this. You see this statement I can fire made just now. I think that's something African Americans don't understand. How the country that they are in is so awful to Africans.
He knows. The Zula knows.
No, many African Americans don't know.
Oh
They don't.
no. Like I know, but I can't say I know everything the United States does because I'm only one person. I can only research so much, but like I know.
This is what I know. They don't want to kill no Chinese. That's what I know. They do not want to
start
kill.
a problem with the Chinese now.
Yeah.
Nobody
They
is
do
the
not
asshole right
want.
now.
So I see it at an easy turnover. In 3 weeks, you'll hear that the sanctions from Zimbabwe is lifted.
Okay, well,
I'm telling you.
No, fire. I got a question to ask you, right? So my question, let's say you that country, right? And I'm right, and I say, well, I will protect you, but you're gonna have to give me 75% of your resources. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna invite Chinese, and I'm gonna invite them to have a base in Zambia.
I mean,
You
I
like me like that?
No, you missed on what I'm saying. Like that was the South was it? China's already debt trapped a couple of countries and took their resources already, right? They took a couple of ports in India, took a couple of ports in all around the world, right?
Yeah.
No, I think that's overstated. Actually, that's not true.
No, to Niger. They took it from Sri Lanka. But let me speak, Zola. Speak, Zola.
So what I'm saying is, like, if you're that country, right? How do you not still for me? If I'm the leader of state like Zambia or whatever state country, I'm not trying to necessarily get into necessarily and get fucked up and necessarily go to bed with somebody and get saying fucked up.
Yeah, but if you, but if you study geopolitics of the world, you know they don't want no real war with China. You know that. You feel me? You know that. And okay. Mali. What's making Mali say? You think none of them want to kill a Russian? You think they want to kill a Russian? They don't want to kill no Russian, bro. Same thing with China. Zambia got major leverage because China is in Zambia knee deep already. So Zambia has a threat and a bargaining chip right there. You know why the United States is going into Zambia like that? Because they want to curb China malign process in Africa, right?
Yeah.
And what they call and Russia's malign footsteps in Africa, right? That's the reason why America is one of the main reasons why America is so voluntarily going into Africa and with gifts. You feel me? With Romans, and you need to know, beware of Romans bearing gifts. But what I'm trying to say, man, Zambia have had leverage. This bro could could have freed up his people and Zimbabwe people. Bro, Zimbabwe is so fucking rich. It's unreal.
Yeah, like it's I understand what
And
you're
you,
saying.
and you
Bro.
don't fight
Like
for your country. Yeah, go ahead.
what I'm saying is this, like, right? Like, I see this country. Do I really give a fuck about the next person's country? I understand we're sitting there having this necessarily thought process from our position. But if you're the leader of a country, like it's easier for you technically, right? Leader of the country, right? You're in a different position. You ain't gonna you don't feel the full blowbacks of your decisions, right? It's easier for you, right? Okay, cool. That country getting fucked up. I can send my army in there, or I can send my people in there. And say in a couple of years, or to wreak havoc and either A, destabilize that country or take the whole country whole. Like that, like when you're talking about countries, basically the countries basically eat other countries. That's basically how they kind of roll. Like I don't know if you really kind of look at the world. That is either A, you join my team, or I swallow you, or we work together. That's only two options you really got. Right?
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
Right. So basically, if it depends on quote unquote. I don't know if I'm the leader of Zambia or whatever. Right. Depends on how I feel about the next country over me, or I go ahead and take their resources. Depends on whatever how I'm looking at how that person's looking at it in that position. They may go take one of the three options depending on what's better for them. Like right now in Uganda, bro, they out there robbing the fuck out the Congo. Why? Because it's better for them to do that. Like it all depends on what position you sit at and what you're trying to do for your country. You know what I mean? Like that's a little hard. That's harder to kind of necessarily regulate. You know what I mean?
You want me to tell you how I think about the Congo issue and those people? This is how I look at this thing. The Congo people is colonized by Christianity, so they actually prefer white people to get their treasures than black people. But my problem is, I do have a problem with the other two countries running in there and killing people and that type of stuff. I have a major problem with that. But I think the Congo belongs to all of Africa, or and all of Africa belongs to the Congo. But this is how I look at it. If Congo want peace, if Congo want true peace, you have to make a deal with these countries. It is better for Congo to go ahead and make a deal with these people. Like, okay, let me keep my borders. You go ahead and stay out, and we will give you 2% of Congo's gross net worth every year, annually. And same with the other country. You know what I mean? Like, make a deal. Because Congo is so rich, it can pay it can pay out to all Africa if they get themselves in. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to make a deal. If they greedy, satisfy their greed. First of all, it belongs to everybody. Just share. You know what I mean? Elijah?
Hey, he did the same thing. Come on, bro. We know how people. You know how kings operate, bro. Come on, kings weren't known to share, bro. To be honest, but like, let's be honest.
I do understand what you're saying, bro. But they in this position where you're not gonna move away from the people that you live beside. You're not gonna do it. You're gonna forever be beside them. How you deal with that? You're gonna just keep warring?
Okay.
Or try to find a solution?
But African millennium,
Yeah.
how long have Africans been fighting?
Since the beginning of time.
Yeah, but it's gonna stop one day. You Zulu is acting like, oh, they fighting, so keep going. That's how you do it. Yeah. I don't see things like that.
Am I saying that, bro?
Yeah.
No,
That's what
I'm
he's
not
saying.
sure he means that. He's just saying it from because it sounds funny to him.
Listen, man.
Personally,
Listen, man. Listen, man. I know Zula them. Zula them laugh when they see dudes fighting, man. I know Zula them, man. That's how Zula them roll, man.
Nah,
see,
like some of this shit is just like human ingenuity. Like they gonna do it anyway.
I'm sorry, Zula. I'm sorry, Zula.
They gonna eat the candy anyway. You tell the girl don't go talk to that boy down the street. She gonna talk to the boy down the street anyway. Like some of this part is just humans that they just gonna do it anyway. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like you almost trying to like rewrite human genetics to a degree. Now I understand. Would the Congo probably be good if they the leader actually being smart and then being.
How long did you think Ethiopia Tigray? How long did you think the Ethiopia Tigray war was gonna last?
Two things, but Ethiopian was never fully colonized, though, bro.
No.
do you know that the Chinese own ports in the US too?
Wait. This is what I'm. No, Zulu is. That's what I'm telling you. You got me fucked up, Zulu. How long did you think the Tigray and Ethiopia war gonna last? Because you say people is people, and that shit not gonna stop. So how long did you think it was gonna last?
I don't know about that.
The war is over already. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm trying to tell him, that they made a deal and the war is over.
And then 60 years from again, they'll be fighting again.
See, come on, stop that. You see, Europeans. No. See, I can't find. Let me say something. I think the Europeans have proven themselves to be far more confrontational with each other than Africans can ever even comprehend. That's like they go all out. They are actually fighting as we speak. So let's not mince word. Thousands of people have just been slaughtered in the last 12 months from conflict inside Europe.
Wait, Zula. Could you try to be more optimistic, my brother? My bro.
No.
Could you try to be more optimistic, man?
I am optimistic, but what I'm telling you is like
No, you're not, man. No, you're not, man.
You cannot be blind to the reality of the pitfalls that are in the world, bro. If you
Did I say that? Did I say that?
Bro, I'm telling you what you're gonna have to overcome. Now I'm not one of them dudes gonna like sit here and say, "Oh, that's what you do." I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, I know what you're doing. I know that what you're doing, and you need to stop being that type. You want us to know the problem. That's what you want us to know.
But to know the problems, see, I can't find it. Is there anything particularly wrong to know some of the problems we may be missing?
Yeah, but I'm trying to say, yes, we do know the problem. That's why I don't speak of the problems too much, because we already know. But I'm just saying, what are the solutions to these problems? And don't we think this way?
I think part of the solutions to our problem is that the diasporans need to become more activated to be towards the continent. That is one part that is completely dead, even by the so-called Africans. Recent Africans that left Africa to the West. They don't do anything. Some of them quite a lot of Nigerians were elected into the power structure in the US and in America, in the UK here too. As a matter of fact, a Nigerian lady almost became the Prime Minister of the UK. So we don't do anything ourselves. All of them needs to be activated, because this is what other countries did when they had people come into the West and they needed to do things. Then they will activate their diaspora, and their diaspora becomes active, supporting them to develop their countries and diplomatically name it. But we don't see that.
And China did.
Okay.
Bro.
Yeah. So I am tired. So you guys can still stay in the back and talk if you would like, but it just won't be live.
No, thank you. No, thank you for entertaining us, African Millennium. See you another time.
See you.
All right.
All
right. King Genocide.
Let me. If Zulu is gone, I would have liked to have a word with him. All right then. Bye.
Bye.